When a married couple decides that they want to build their dream home, this usually becomes a very daunting task, having very different ideas and vision. Furthermore, their choice of location adds that extra bit of complexity, with the estate having strict rules and guidelines on how to build your home. Well, they have accomplished this dream, and they have built a house that has character, intention, and attention to detail. Today, we are touring a beautiful farmhouse situated in Monaghan Farm Estate, right outside of Johannesburg. I'm Tumelo Bopape. Let's get into it. As you come along the driveway, you see that it's a slope coming down. This gives you the sense of privacy. You see all this foliage around, this natural foliage that acts as a natural boundary around the house. And as you come down, you see the front of the house, which we'll start off with the double garage here with a wooden finish. Some nice lights there for the evenings when you come driving down. And then as you walk around, you can see the front of the house with the gable end design. This is a focal point of the design of this house. And this is typically a design that you see in most South African farmhouses with the exposed concrete, the exposed beam there, and the glass that already shows you the interior of the house. Now I'm walking up into the entrance of the home, but before I enter that, I just want you to take a look at the stone cladding wall here. This extends right up to the beginning of the property, and it's a beautiful stone cladding. Fun fact, this is one of the 2 stone claddings you're allowed to use here in this estate. So you can see that the choice here matches perfectly with this house. To my left here then, you see this wonderful natural pond. This pond here, you basically don't need to maintain it all. It's basically meant to evolve with nature and provide natural habitats for the dragonflies and birds that come here and drink. Very wonderful feature, adds to the aesthetic of the home, as well as bringing in nature into the design. Lastly, I want to mention this covered entrance, and you have this exposed concrete which brings so much character to the home, as well as these exposed steel beams as well. Like, they're not covered, they're not plastered on, just brings an extra element to the house walking in. I'm walking into this home and you're greeted with this large glass pivot door, and what's lovely about this door is that it lets beautiful natural light inside. And as you walk into this reception area, you have this feature wall that is exposed brick. You have this lovely light fixture, as well as these art pieces which welcome you into the space. Walking down these stairs, I'm entering into the dining space, and what a very well curated space. What a beautiful room that's in the heart of this entire house. I want to mention this beautiful light fixtures here. What's great about it is that it stretches the entire dining table here, which gives it beautiful ambient lighting. Most houses usually have that one chandelier on the center, but this spreads it around the room, giving it a nice, beautiful feel. Then you have this beautiful wide wooden dining table. It seats approximately 10 people here as well. very engaging, it's intimate, close, and fits the space very perfectly, putting it all together and creating a very wonderful dining area. As you've already seen, there's wonderful doors that leads to the outside area, but before we speak about the outside area, I'd like to introduce you to the powder room up here. What strikes you in this powder room already is this beautiful green tile, which is handmade, and it just adds this beautiful color into the space. But what's lovely is that they're not shy about using different colors and textures here. They have this wonderful wood here that houses this beautiful white basin and this golden faucet, which is very unique. If you can just see, that's how the water falls through, like almost like a cup spilling. It's just a wonderful feature to have in the bathroom, and just it's a wonderful moment to have for your guests that come here and use it. Now, walking down from the dining room, I want to show you guys the outdoor area of this home. As you walk through this door, you are welcome into this space here, which has the gable design again, which we mentioned in the entrance of the home. And then you see this wonderful exposed wooden trusses with the white ceiling as well, giving that nice contrast, but still elegant and beautiful. You have this wooden bench style dining table here outside, giving you that picnic feel, that outdoor feel, which works perfect in this space, matching with the wood that's up in the ceiling. To my left, you have 8 JoJo tanks, which is one of the regulations which the estate would like homeowners here to have. It's basically a rainwater collection system to further enhance the sustainability that the estate very much emphasizes that these homeowners should have. As I walk through here, you have this wonderful outdoor lounge suite, perfect day bed for you to relax, enjoy the nature, enjoy the views that this estate brings. In front of me is the built-in braai area, below with space where you can put your firewood and charcoal. And then you have a functional sink there as well, so that you don't have to rush into the kitchen whenever you need to clean your hands. I just want to emphasize the concrete flooring here. It is exposed, it is rough, again giving that rustic farmhouse feel. This is a contrast to the inside, where it is a bit more polished and better maintained, giving it a more indoor-outdoor feel as you move around the house. Now to the front of me, you have the garden area. And what you would have noticed, you have these overgrown weeds, which act as a natural boundary around the premises. Again, this is what the estate strives to do, getting rid of those standard walls and fences that you have covering around the house. This brings the element of nature again into your design and merging with the landscape that they have created here. I think it's a wonderful feature that I have to mention. You have the gable end design here as well, which is situated from the front of the house all the way back here. This is the design we saw on this end at the outdoor patio, and we'll see at the other end on the main bedroom. This home is north facing, having all the important areas of the house facing outward into the north. So you'll see a lot of the glass exposure from the bedrooms to the living room, as well as the dining room. Lovely space. This is a perfect view of the whole entire house, and I think it's just amazing. Monaghan Farm prides itself in being a cut above the rest, emphasizing the importance in exceptional architecture and design. Their core key principles: being energy efficient, using alternative renewable energy source, and using locally sourced material. Their mission is to use architectural regulations and rules set in place so that the estate can maintain its level of design and ethical integrity. What it does, it enables the estate and its residents to showcase architectural excellence and environmental sustainability while keeping its long-term value. I'm sitting in one of the lookouts here in Monaghan Farm, which showcases the river right behind me. This is one of the natural spots where you can just come here and relax, take in the views, the hills, find inspiration, relax. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful estate, curated perfectly for someone who can just call it their home. Stepping back into the heart of the home, into the living area, this is the perfect place to pause and let you know that this is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bathroom home with a helper's quarters, ensuite bathroom at the back, as well as 2 garages. Moving right along, you have this exposed brick which acts as a division between the dining and the living area, and this is where the TV is mounted, and then this wonderful U-shaped lounge suite which you can customize according to your preference. It's a lovely way again to make this more homey, make this more warm, especially with the industrial feel, the farmhouse feel. It's very nice to give those soft elements into the home. Above me, you have these wonderful light fixtures that are flowing down. They're not too bright of lights, but again, they give you this character, give you this texture, fits in perfectly with this house again, not being too serious, but being very welcoming and being very warm. Above, again, you can see the exposed wooden trusses that accentuate this gable end design. You have the story light windows bringing in so much natural light, and as you can see, the glass from one end to the other, very lovely. There's no walls, just lovely windows, sliding doors, bringing air right through from start to finish. Then finally we move to this lovely sitting area, again bringing that African feel. It's a very nice place where you can just sit, have coffee, read, open this large windows right next to the pond, and as you sit here, you can just really enjoy the views that are outside. Truly spectacular. Now I'm walking into the kitchen area, and this is the owner's favorite space. You can tell as well that they've added a lot of their personal touches into it, and they've used color, which just brought it out and put it to life. And I think it's just a very beautifully designed kitchen. Starting off with this wonderfully designed breakfast nook here in the corner, right by the window. This is just a beautiful addition to the kitchen. Instead of your normal breakfast sort of bar areas with the bar stools, you have this lovely space. You can seat up to 6 people and they can just enjoy their breakfast and coffees here. Moving right along, you see that the main theme of this kitchen is this beautiful pastel blue that just all around this kitchen, and that beautifully contrasts with this wooden floating shelf that you have here, as well as this white stone that has just been put on the countertops, as well as the table here by the breakfast nook. Below you have this wonderful cupboard space with these brass handles here. Moving on to this area, which has the built-in coffee station as well as the microwave, again giving this nice corner its own identity, where you can either have coffee or warm up your foods. Very beautiful space. To my left as we move along, right, and just this wonderful glass pivot door, again with sleek design, again giving it this farmhouse feel, but not making it too rough, giving it those soft touches because it's indoors. You have the same theme here with the floating wooden shelves and this exposed brick, which is your backsplash instead of the traditional tile black splashes that you'll see in most kitchens. You have this large 8-burner gas stove with oven. Look at all these knobs. I mean, this is perfect for entertaining guests. You could just cook up a storm. And what's great about this open space is that your guests are all included in this experience as you host. Very, very lovely. Then on this corner, you have more cupboards with that brass finish handles. Then lastly, you have this double door fridge. And fun fact, there's actually a tap behind this fridge. So there's plumbing so that you can plug it directly to your fridge and you'll have running water coming into your fridge. Perfect for when you want to have your ice cubes done, cold water coming out of the fridge. This is a beautiful feature to have. And now I want to bring you guys' attention to what I believe is a showstopper here in this kitchen. This wonderfully designed island over here. And I want to first bring your attention to this beautiful butcher block here, used as a cutting board. So this is lovely because then you don't have to use your traditional wooden or glass cutting boards. You can just use this, and as time goes on, the more you use it, the more character it brings into the kitchen. I think this is a lovely addition. In front of me, you have this wooden shelving here that can be used for your wines, and you have this lovely storage in front instead of again putting bar stools and using this as a breakfast area. Moving on to this large farmhouse sink and this lovely faucet, which if you come closer, see that I don't have to use my hands to open or close it. This is a wonderful addition because sometimes you have dirty hands and then you're gonna use it all here on this handle. This you can just open and close with a gesture. This is a lovely feature and one of my favorites. A wonderful addition again to this island is this Caesar stone, which is very textured to the feel. This is different from the polished quartz stone that you see from around the kitchen. This texture sort of gives it a nice feel, and I think it's scratch proof as well, so it's very functional. I love this addition to this island. Then right above me you have these 4 light pendants with this ambient light, and if you look above that you have this exposed skyline which brings in natural light. I love this best of both worlds, right? You have these beautiful lights for ambience, but also in the evening you'll find perfect lighting for your island. But in the daytime, you can just use that natural light that comes from the ceiling. Again, you have this exposed concrete. It's not perfect, it's not polished, intentional design that was used. And yeah, this is just a very, very beautiful space that was curated. Leaving the kitchen, you walk right into the scullery, the laundry room. This is where the dirty work happens, right? But it's such a big space, it's such a functional space. It just feels like an extension to the kitchen. Behind me, you have the door that leads into the garage. And as you walk in front of me, you have this walk-in pantry. Very, very functional, very spacious. As you move here, you see we've got the same theme as the main kitchen with the same color countertop and cupboard space. We have the undermount sinks here as well, with the faucet, and again this large window which brings in more natural light, especially in this dark scullery area. Another great feature that this scullery has is this traditional farmhouse stable door, and it's just a wonderful feature to have. And this door leads out into the kitchen quarters, and it leads out into the helpers quarters as well, which has its own private bathroom. Another feature which I'd like to let you know is the water filtration system, which is out here. And this ties in with the JoJo tags which we saw outside. Moving right along into the laundry section of the scullery area, you have your washing machine here, lovely cupboards and storage spaces, as well as this nice line here which you can hook your cleaned and ironed laundry. Now this door leads into the main corridor that connects into all the bedrooms. But before we mention the bedrooms, I'd just like to give attention to this sliding door here that's made entirely of wood. Again, gives you this farmhouse look, this barn style ideology, and I just think it's this wonderful feature. To the left of me, you have this linen cupboards, again well placed onto the wall. It doesn't stand out, it fits perfectly in this area here. When I walk down, in front of me is an entrance and a pivot door that leads into the living area. But let's go into the first bedroom. In this first bedroom, you see that the theme has changed to a more personal theme. You have these lovely wooden floors instead of the concrete that we saw. To the left is this black wooden paneling and these sliding doors for the wardrobe. And in this area, you have the bed with the wooden headboard, and in each side you have wooden side tables and lovely lamps that fit right well in this space. In front of me is this picturesque view through the windows, and this slides all the way open so you can have access to the outdoor area. Moving along, you have a bathroom here. Getting into the bathroom, you have this large space with the end-to-end shower that's open, which is something that you don't usually see in most homes. You have this beautiful wooden vanity with some storage down below, and it's holding this freestanding beautiful basin with a chrome finish that matches this faucet, and it just rounds it up with this wonderful mirror here. Wonderful space, wonderful bathroom for the bedroom. Jumping back into the hallway, you go into the second bedroom, but in this case it's been used as an office space. It has the same design mirrored to the first one, with the dark black wardrobe doors, as well as this big window that opens up into the backyard. To the right of me is the ensuite bathroom, which is much bigger than the first one because it includes a bathtub. Stepping out of the second bedroom, I just want to show you the story light window that's here for the corridor. Again, this is a more dark space, so it's just a great addition to just bring more light into this hallway here. And then we move on to what is the pajama lounge, secondary lounge. This is the area that most people will use for their private gatherings, for kids. Lovely space, very big, open. It's got its big sliding door and windows as well. From this side, you got this beautiful floating cupboard here with some lovely art pieces. Got a nice space for a big sofa, and yeah, this wall here which you can put your plasma screens. It's just a lovely, lovely space, and it's more intimate, more private, away from your traditional space where you entertain people. Moving on towards the end of the corridor, which again has this floor-to-ceiling window, we move right into the master bedroom. This master bedroom has these two wooden doors instead of your sliding doors which we saw in the previous bedrooms, and this is a very, very big space. We have the exposed brick there in the front with the hanging pendants on each side. We got the wooden side tables and this lovely low bed that just gives it a nice character and feel. In front of me you have the lovely seating, which is right next to this large window and sliding door that leads to your outdoor back area. Behind me is another door actually that leads into the front of the house. So it's so nice that you can have light coming in from each direction. You can see the front of the house and the back of the house. It's a really lovely feature to have. You have the wooden floors here running all the way into the walk-in closet. Again, this is used instead of the concrete. And as I walk into the walk-in closet, you see that this is more of an exposed one with no doors. This is obviously a preference from the owners. They wanted something where it's more open, they're able to identify their clothes instead of the traditional ones which close up. To my left, we walk into the grand ensuite bathroom, and it's so grand that you can already hear the echo that is into this. Behind me, you have these rose gold ceiling mounted showers, and this gives this rain effect as you shower. A very wonderful feature. And the taps are right here. They're also rose gold, and it's such a grand shower. It's very beautiful. And to my right side, you have this large window overlooking the shower, bringing in natural light, but you have the option as well to putting down the blinds if you need more privacy. I think it's a lovely addition. Moving right along, you have this double wooden vanity with these freestanding basins and these built-in faucets that come from the wall, again merging themselves into this building. You've got these large mirrors that are wooden framed, and again you have a his and hers sort of effect. Very beautiful. To my right, you have this beautiful freestanding bathtub and faucet with the tap mounted right here on the wall. And then you have this picturesque window overlooking into the wonderful views, and tying all this in above is the chandelier that's right above this bathtub. This overall is a beautiful, beautiful space, and it encapsulates a very spectacular home that is well built out of intention and love. This all could be yours, as this house is listed at 8 million rand. If you need more information about this home, please contact us. All our information will be on the description below. Till next time, cheers.